Houston. Today, Week 12 of the NFL season is upon us, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the Houston Texans. On the visitors' sideline, their head coach. His guys looking for a second straight victory after coming out on top a week ago. Opposite him on the Texans' sideline, DeMeco Ryans. His guys ready to show out in front of the home fans as they try to send them home happy at the end of this one. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they'll get him down inside the 30th to 27. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. Leading them out is their 6'3" quarterback, the third overall selection in 2018, Sam Darnold.
And the thing with Sam Darnold is we know the skill set is there. May not be the most mobile or strongest arm quarterback in the league, but usually plays with really good poise, and at his best, like a point guard in basketball, able to move around and distribute the rock.
The rushing numbers for Bigsby a week ago. 19 carries, 83 yards.
Nice solid showing from him last week. Didn't blow the roof off with his numbers. He certainly had a quality day and produced when called upon.
Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Now Darnold keeps it, and I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. Only a yard on the sneak, not enough, and he's a few inches short for 4th down. Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Taking it about the 16. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They're led by the number 1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
And he's had such a sensational season to this point, leading the NFL in passing yards. He's been helped out a lot by an outstanding set of receivers, and he's quick to give them credit. But I think even they would tell you that he's the guy that makes this offense go.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. They go play action with Lawrence. A quick throw, but incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Lawrence will throw. Now he's going to step up and run. Great vision there by Lawrence as he scrambles for a first down.
A gain of 15 yards. And the Jaguars first down. A gain of 15. First down, Jaguars.
Straight ahead, Walker. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
The 22-yard line.
They'll run. This is Bashal Tootin. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Jaguars first down. First and goal at the 7-yard line.
Here's Walker. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and goal at the Texans' 9-yard line.
Here's Lawrence. And it's caught. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown.
Touchdown, Jacksonville.
A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars are on the board first here this afternoon. Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3 and out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football, all right? When you get a 3 and out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You said, thank you very much for getting us the rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. And now out comes Houston. And a 3 and out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive.
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
Here's a give to Bigsby. And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35.
35-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Darnold now to throw. That's going to be caught by Bigsby. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Yeah, big play there. And when you have a running back that you can use like a wide receiver, when he has that kind of versatility, you do as they did there. Get him out of the backfield and give those defensive backs something else to worry about.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 41-yard line.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. From the gun, Bigsby. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now. This defense for the Jags, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. Now a handoff to Bigsby. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Faking the give. Darnold. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. Darnold a sneak. And he is going to have a Texans 1st down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
It's been a good drive so far. They just wanted to keep it going, so they call low-risk, low-reward play. No one's worried about picking up big yardage here. Quarterback sneak, keep the chains moving, and pick up another 1st down.
They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3. 9-yard line, 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Texans are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. That's one of those long drives where not only do you score, but you really tire out the defense, too.
That's a great point because now they've been on the field for a long time. Them going to the bench, trying to make adjustments, trying to figure things out, but they'll do so fatigued.
Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he returns this to the 22. The Jaguars offense and their quarterback coming out for their second drive. And he's in the midst of an MVP caliber season. The NFL's leader in passing yards as he's up over 3,000 now on the year. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And not much doing there, maybe a yard up to the 23. The numbers for Walker from last week's effort, 21 carries, 89 yards and a touchdown.
And we all know he had a big workload last week, so I'm eager to see if they decide to back him off a little bit. Personally, I hand it to him 20-plus times again. When a running back's locked in like he is, I want him to keep touching the football.
Brings up third down.
Third and 19. Now Lawrence to throw. Setting up the screen here. This is Walker. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be fourth down. On fourth down, on is Logan Cook to punt. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Texans will take over. Looking to put a drive together. Bigsby with a carry to begin the series. And not a whole lot there. Maybe a yard to the 27. Well, these two teams hooking up for the second time this year. They first met back in October, week 7. And it was the visiting Texans who came away with a victory. So they'll look to take the season series if they can win here in Houston. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. A very good move, but for a short gain out near the 32. 7-7, our score after 1. Ready for the second quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football. And this offense on third down today, they've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Darnold from the gun. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
Here's Tommy Townsend now as he'll punt it away for the second time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. The Jaguars offense and Kenneth Walker set to take over once more. And he's made his presence felt in the passing game throughout the season. You look at the NFL's leader in receiving yards by a running back. His name right there at the top. That's complete into the hands of Myers. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
He's brought down at the 37-yard line. That's a gain of 3.
Lawrence on the sneak. And I don't think he got there. No, they stopped him right where it all started. Only a yard on the sneak, not enough. And he's a few inches short for 4th down. Here's Logan Cook now to punt this one away. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. On the ground with Bigsby to start the drive. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. Now it's Darnold. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. Darnold, he can beat you in a number of ways, and there the scramble for the first.
16 yards. And the Texans first down. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a first and 10 at the 44-yard line. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. After the loss, they'll come up second and 13. The shotgun snap for Darnold. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
The touch and time here critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. The Texans send the punter out as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here.
And they are back to 500 on the year, got the win last weekend, and it's one that kept their playoff hopes alive.
And if you do have those hopes, 500 is not where you want to be at this point of the year. Now, we know they've battled through some rough patches this season, so it now comes down to how they're going to finish. Not out of it. Can't afford any more missteps, though.
And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
That's good for our Jaguars. First down. It's a gain of 6.
Off the play fake, here's Lawrence. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete. Now a second and 10.
For number 21, incomplete. He was covered by Henry.
Now Lawrence. Throw out wide to Walker.
And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Lawrence going to throw again. And that's going to be incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
The Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away.
Fair catch. Signaled for
Houston's offense taking over again. The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. First and 10.
Looking to put a drive together. They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
On first and 10, it's Bigsby. And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33. From the 33, here's a second and 8.
At the 33-yard line.
Now Darnold.
That's complete to Dell.
It'll go as a gain of 4. And they're going to face a third down.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Here's Darnold.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And the Texans first down. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
At the Jaguars 46.
And right side, they're going to go option here. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. Really good effort. He does it himself, picks up 15, also picks up the first down.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Darnold. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Here's a 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5. At the 26-yard line.
On the jet sweep, there goes Collins. And that is well read there defensively. He was looking to use his speed to get the edge, but they said no way.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
And they'll send the tight end in motion left. Here's Darnold. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
And based on my math, they've only converted one time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Jacksonville back on offense and ready to take over. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like, because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge, because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
2 minutes remaining in the first half, 10-7, our score. Looking to throw, Lawrence. He finds his man, complete. That's Jenkins.
And the Jaguars first down. A gain of 14.
Now Lawrence.
Jacksonville.
That is caught by a diving Thomas.
13 more yards.
Here's Lawrence to throw. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Lawrence. Rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. And the Texans are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were a nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Trayvon Walker makes the tackle.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stuffed the run.
Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9. To throw is Darnold. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Back to throw, Darnold. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. The Texans send the punter out as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
The Jags going to go on offense now late in this first half. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room.
And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 28-yard line.
Final play of the half. It's Lawrence.
Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45.
Okay, Brandon, thank you. Week 12 is here. After this weekend, 2/3 of the regular season will be in the rearview mirror. Let's get into the highlights. Our trip around the league starts now in the Motor City. The Lions at home to take on their NFC North rivals, the Bears. And this is Amon-Ra St. Brown. He's going to look this one in, and he'll take it from there. It's a 59-yard touchdown. The Lions keep it rolling. They get their 6th straight victory here. From there, it's off to Tampa. Let's look in on the Buccaneers as they host the Indianapolis Colts. And this is Baker Mayfield, one of his 3 touchdown passes on the afternoon. The Buccaneers earn another victory and move to 9-3 on the year. Lastly, let's squeeze in one more. And this is Jordan Mason. All he needs is a crease, and he finds it. That's a 7-yard rushing touchdown. The Vikings are back to within a game of 500. They move to 5-6 with the win. And time now for one more look at the rest of the scores from around the NFL. Meanwhile, our game has lived up to the hype. Just a field goal separates these two teams. 10-7 your score as we get you back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
A good, tight football game thus far. 10-7 the score as we resume action on EA Sports. Gets past one man. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The visitors' offense and Trevor Lawrence getting set for this next drive. And as we transition into the second half of the season, he continues to put up big numbers on a consistent basis. Currently the NFL's leader in passing as we play here in the month of November. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
Of course, that flag accepted, and it backs the ball up 5 yards.
Still first down.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
Penalty accepted, and that pushes him back 5.
Still first down.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
That flag, that'll push him back 5.
Still first down.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Delay of game. Offense.
So that flag will set him back 5 yards.
Still first down.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
Offense.
They're inching closer and closer here to the wrong goal line.
When you're backed up like that, all you're trying to do is make sure you don't give up a big play, right? You don't miss an assignment that really gets you into more trouble.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Delay of game. Offense.
They were already backed up. Now they're backed up further.
I think they were being so careful to make sure all assignments were covered that they ended up running themselves out of time.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
Offense.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Still first down.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Still first down.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
Now, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Still first down.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
And that flag accepted.
Still first down.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty.
Still first down.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
And they'll accept that penalty.
Still first down.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
Play clock hit 0. Don't know what went wrong there, Charles, but it's going to cost them 5 yards.
Has to be some organization from the sideline. Sometimes when you're trying to decide on what play to send in, the play caller has to move a little bit faster.
Up the middle, here's Walker. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line.
Taken down at his own 7-yard line. Brings up second down.
Lawrence will throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Jenkins. Well, certainly in a pickle here. They have a mile to go to try to pick up the first. We'll see what they've drawn up. Catch here, left side, Thomas. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. So that changes things. Here's 1st and 10 all the way up at the 45.
Jaguars, first down. A gain of 33 yards on the play. First down.
Hand off here to Walker. And this will be a Jaguars first down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
13 more yards. That's another Jaguars first down.
The more football I watch, the more I want to check and see if teams are going to panic when they're down on the scoreboard. And this team has shown no signs of doing that. A lot of the time, they come out after the half. Things haven't worked so well.
Touchdown, Jaguars! Brian Thomas, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars have retaken a third-quarter lead.
This has to be great for the psyche of this offense. Presented with bad field position, they didn't let it stop them. They rolled downfield and scored a touchdown.
Extra point attempt to come here. And that makes it 14-10. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it results in a touchdown for Jacksonville. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Oh, good-looking return set up here. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. Yeah, they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down. This, the second meeting between these two division rivals. You might recall they met earlier in the year, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. Now he'll tuck this and run. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 7.
Darnold now to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is caught. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A great effort there. 51 yards. And the Texans have taken the lead here this 3rd quarter.
He's tough to contain as it is, but in man coverage with a pretty deep pass downfield, really tough to contain.
And it's so difficult because every play you've got to consider he might try and run past you. So your goal as a defensive back is to give him plenty of cushion, meaning lots of space between you and him. If he wants to catch the short stuff, come up and secure the tackle, hit him a bunch during the game, and try and keep him in front. But if you turn your head for a second, if your concentration wanes, he just takes off and goes. And I think that's what we just saw there.
Oh, good move. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. They had seized the lead there for a little bit with a starting drive in the third quarter, but a moment ago the touchdown that puts them back behind.
So their defense is under siege a little bit right now because they have not able to solve their opponents. They've got to keep hammering away on offense and try and win this one in what appears to be a shootout.
And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down.
Here's Lawrence.
Open man is Myers. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
Jaguars, first down. First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
Play action. It's Lawrence.
And that is incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet.
Now Lawrence to throw.
He finds his man, complete. It's Jenkins.
Now he's loose down the left sideline.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A big play there. With his second touchdown of the game, fourth of the year.
And the Jaguars have retaken the lead.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His second touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it culminates in a Jags touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Dances by him. And able to get this out to the 25. And the Texans set to come onto the field.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And they'll stop it after a gain of a couple to the 33.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
Officially just 27 yards there on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The visitors' offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. what the defense throws at them, they feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
Sticking with Walker on second down.
A good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the juke.
64 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
That's good for a Jaguars.
That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
That's not the first time they've looked his way when they've needed a big play. He's been the go-to guy all game long. And they get the hook up again on third down to keep this drive alive.
Walker now on first and 10. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down. From the 42-yard line, here's second down at 7.
Back to throw. Lawrence over the middle, and it's incomplete. The first down line at the 34 here on third down.
Coverage by Kalen Bullock.
Looking to throw. Lawrence. And that will be incomplete as well. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Houston set to take over. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Another run by Bigsby. And he'll push forward for a couple to the 34.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. A loss of 8 on the play, and it brings up fourth.
An 8-yard loss brings up fourth down.
The Texans send the punter out as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. Now a high kick, almost a pooch punt. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And that will come the offense as they take over.
Kenneth Walker headed back out there.
Since emerging from the locker room at intermission, he's looked pretty sharp, hasn't he?
He's running in this third quarter like he got the orange slices at the half.
Oh, yeah.
You remember when
he got the orange slices, not the carrot stick.
Oh, boy.
There was always that mom, wasn't there?
There's always that mom. Wasn't yours, wasn't mine. All right, to find the carrot sticks. But this guy, orange slices, and been reading the Surface tablet, watching the defenses, and he's made some nice adjustments.
From the 45 on second down, Lawrence. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
44-yard line.
On play action, Lawrence.
And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
Complete to number 86. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 37-yard line.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Houston. It's Jaguar football here, and they'll look to extend their lead as we begin quarter number 4. On the handoff, this is Walker. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down.
On the give, it's Walker.
And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Jaguars, first down. First and goal at the 9-yard line.
As I take a look at the clock, I realize that this drive has eaten up a good portion of the fourth quarter already. Got to tell you, partner, when you're trying to salt away a game, this is exactly what it's supposed to look like.
Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up.
The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Lawrence now off the bootleg.
Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars.
Jacoby Myers from 8 yards out. And the Jaguars are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. Well, that's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index because now it's a 2-score game here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you're taking me into that deep water now. Win probability index. This game's definitely not over. We're not looking at a 0.5% or something. It's just 2 scores. But the way that this team has played, to me, what I've seen, they absolutely deserve to win this game. They've been the better team by far throughout.
Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away.
And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
And now out comes Houston.
Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during the series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Pick up of 3. Brings up second and 7 at the 45-yard line.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's second down and 7.
Now it's Darnold. And a quick throw here that's complete.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Brings up third and 5.
A shotgun snap for Darnold.
Taking a shot for down here.
And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
Results in a fourth down.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. Fourth down, and for Darnold, it's desperation time.
We'll let this go deep for Collins.
This is caught inside the 15. And he'll get this way down into Jacksonville territory. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on fourth down.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
I'll tell you what, this is not for the faint of heart right here. Fourth down, this is taking a big risk. But it's as good a play call as you can imagine. And the defense just not able to come up with the stop they needed. And this is not just a first down, but a big play as well.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
At the 7-yard line.
And Bigsby once more.
And they get him down at the 1. He had the broken tackle, but ultimately could not get into the end zone. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down, 3 yards in the wrong direction.
I know they're going through all the possibilities right now, but the truth of the matter is a field goal doesn't do them a ton of good. It'd still be a 2-score game, so to me, go for it. Go for it boldly.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The 4th down pass from the 5 falls incomplete, and the Jaguars are able to come up with a goal line stand. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. Over the middle, complete. That's Myers. The offense on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 4. Back to throw. Lawrence. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Call it a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Gets around him. Good coverage there. An even 50-yard punt leads to a return of 5.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Looking to put a drive together. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he just danced away from that one defender on his way to a gain of about 7 yards.
Now 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
On the carry, Bigsby.
And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. They'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. He'll try to pick it up himself. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. It's a gain of 8, and it'll wind up moving the chains. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. And they'll try the air now with Darnold. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Darnold from the gun. Now he's going to step up and run. 23 yards on the tuck and run.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
And the Texans, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
They'll set up to throw. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now Darnold. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. Touchdown, Texans. A great play there.
his first touchdown on the year. And the Texans have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. A big spot now for the Texans as they'll try for two.
The Texans will line
They're going to throw for the two with Darnold. That's caught. Now he will get into the end zone, and a two-point conversion will cut this down to a six-point game.
Texans 25.
So they go with a pass, and it works there on the two-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on two-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational. You have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball on a two-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. And he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's second down. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now Lawrence. He completes this to Walker. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down. Here's Logan Cook now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And now a high kick here as they'll try to cover this one. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And the Texans will take over. 1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Shedding the tackle, and it gives him some room. And they do finally get him at the 12.
A 49-yard game. And the Texans.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a one-score game.
The 12-yard line.
So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. Now 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Here's Darnold. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to get out of bounds with the 1st down, so that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout. They'll try and power it home here with a fullback Johnson. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. It's the fullback. His first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Texans are an extra point away from going back on top here in the 4th. Very important extra point there, up and good. And that is going to put them on top by a point, and it sets us up for quite a finish. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So here now, Lawrence and the Jaguars down by 1. A little over 80 ticks to go. And they need about 35 yards to get in range for a winner as they come up on 1st down. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Setting up the screen here, this is Walker. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Straight ahead, Walker. And they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Throwing now, Lawrence. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
Now the attention turns to the Texans, trailing by 2 after the made field goal. 40 seconds to go. Needing at least 40 yards, you'd have to think, to have a shot. Darnold. And he will find his man on the outside.
Here's 2nd down.
Out-of-bounds at the 29-yard line.
Darnold to throw.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining.
A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. Down to a knee for the Jags. Victory seemingly in hand.
Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. Just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So for the Jaguars, they move back over 500 now at 6-5. And they'll have another road date next week with the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for Houston, this loss cost them in the playoff chase as they fall back to 7-5 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.